Hi Scorpio, welcome to my channel. Happy Scorpio season and happy birthday. So all month Scorpio will, or all season Scorpio will give the first readings of each week. And yeah, this week we're gonna do November reading for the month of November. It's gonna be a Celtic cross, so I'll get those cards out. I will talk about those, we'll clarify them, and then we'll get some advice and an oracle message. This is a new channel, so please check out my other readings and let me know if it resonates, please. And support my channel, like and subscribe. Let me know what you'd like to see more of or less of. If you like to look at the table or me or, you know, whatever the feedback may be, so that I can grow this channel and support the collective in deeper knowing, right? So thank you for being here. Spirit, let's talk about what is in store for Scorpio for November. What is in store for Scorpio for November, Spirit? What is in store for Scorpio? Okay. Okay, Scorpio. Interesting. All right, let's get into this. So, for the overall energy for the month of November, Scorpio, we have the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands, as an overall energy, is about some sort of conflict that's going on. A lot of times the Five of Wands includes other people and petty arguments. Sometimes the Five of Wands is conflict within ourselves. It's going to resonate differently for everyone, but I will clarify the cards. There could be something going on with work or relationship based on the cards here right now. I'm not exactly sure, because you got a little bit of everything, it seems like. So yeah, we actually don't have a lot of water on the table, but a little bit. So there could be a conflict regarding a project or, you know, yeah. So in the position of your current state, your energy, we have the Eight of Pentacles, Scorpio. And so this is indicating that your current energy, your current state is that you're working on something or towards something. So if we think of this card in a reversal, it could be something where you're no longer working on something. So, you know, this could be related to finances, health, work, just mental and, you know, mental stability, creating something for yourself. And so there could be a conflict in what you're working on. For the blockage or the challenge, we have the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is a very passionate and fast-moving energy. It's not very grounded, as you can see by the horse. So the Knight of Wands can be a little impulsive, very passionate, very driven by their passion. Sometimes too much, sometimes overly. You know, you just get in that passionate heart, and sometimes things can get messy or conflicted. This could be someone else coming in that is causing blockage, or this could be you and some of your energy that's creating a blockage. In the position of what you want to bring to fruition and what's at the top of your mind, we have the Three of Cups. And this is about being with people and socializing and, you know, having a support system. And so you could be working on building a cohesive or harmonious environment. Again, going back to the potential of some conflict. But yeah, this is about celebrating and being in friendship and connection with others in vulnerable ways. So again, like friends, family, or just like a harmonious environment. In the position of the subconscious, or what's beneath the surface, we have the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is similar, you know, it's one step above the Knight of Wands. It's a more feminine and grounded energy. She's very passionate, but she knows how, the Queen of Wands knows how to, you know, remain balanced most of the time, right? She's grounded because she's a queen. She's been through a lot. She can definitely, you know, flip on her head, and we'll know more when we clarify. But there's something underneath the surface that you really want to come to fruition. This could be a project or, again, a passionate relationship. Something you've put a lot of energy towards, and there's a lot of heart beneath the surface for you, Scorpio, in what you're investing in or working on. In the past, we have the Two of Wands. I guess there are probably more wands in here than anything. Yeah. Yeah. So in the past, the Two of Wands is about, you know, looking forward to creating something. And so again, in the past, this was something that you look forward to, that you wanted, that you were ready to work towards, and you chose a path. There could be, again, a conflict, given that's the overall energy. Because in the future, we have the Death card, which is an ending. It's the ending of a chapter, not like the end of a lifetime. It's an opportunity to be reborn. And so something has to die away in order for something else to come from that, right? Like the phoenix. So this is your energy, this Death card, Scorpio, and, well, there's two major arcana on the table. One being the Death card and the other being the Magician. And so you do have an environment around you that is providing the opportunity for you to manifest something. So in the position of what's influencing the situation, we have the Ace of Swords. And so some sort of truth or clarity came in. That could be what led to this conflict. There could have been some sort of recklessness or lack of direction that caused a conflict or is causing a conflict or will cause a conflict in November. It's going to resonate differently for all of you. In the position of your environment, and how you're seen by others, we have the Magician. So again, you have the opportunity here. Your environment is providing you the resources to create something from whatever this ending is. And we'll know more about this when we clarify, but this is pretty significant in regards to what is around you. So what you should be taking note of or advantage of in order to have this rebirth. In the position of hopes and fears, we have the Nine of Swords, which is all about fears and anxieties. You know, this can be about PTSD and past bad experiences that have colored your perspective or created bias for you that, you know, mentally exhaust you. And so the fear here could be this coming up, this kind of mental anguish coming up for you, potentially going back to the past to, you know, connect that, because that is part of, you know, our evolution and how we develop in the future, right? So that's not for all of you, but for some of you. You could be hopeful that you're coming out of, or that you come out of this mental anguish. I don't currently see that there's a lot of mental anguish going on. The only other sword is the Ace of Swords, which is in the position of, you know, what's influencing the situation. And so you do seem to have something of mind, or something of mind has become clear. And so we'll learn more. In the outcome, we have the Seven of Cups, which is your energy, Scorpio. So this could lend to new opportunities. It could be that you're feeling overwhelmed or confused. There could be a lot of new potential aspects of this, again, this rebirth. And so this could open up a lot of doors, which can lead to feelings of being overwhelmed. Okay, let's clarify these cards. 1303 on the timer. Spirit, why is the Five of Wands here? Please clarify the Five of Wands. Why is the Five of Wands here for Scorpio as the overall energy? Okay. The Five of Wands is clarified by the Four of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Queen of Wands. This could be about a fire sign coming in, given the Knight of Wands is here as a blockage. So, and I do think that there are other people here. So this could be about a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. You could have fire in your sign. You're also kind of showing up with some fire here because, again, I think that you were on like a new creative project or creative situation, or, you know, emotional, you know, however that resonates with you. Spiritual for some of you. And there's some sort of conflict here because of maybe someone missed something because they were focused on something else. Someone could have a negative or pessimistic kind of attitude as well. There could be petty drama about, or that's creating this kind of like bah humbug, if you will, attitude about something going on. I am getting a sense of spirituality, a connection that may be something that you are working on with someone, or, you know, again, it's going to resonate differently for everyone. This could be a family that is spiritual, a couple, a friendship, a business relationship that has some sort of spiritual aspect to it as well. For some of you, that's not going to be for all of you. But I get the feeling that you are wanting to grow spiritually under the surface. Either way, we look at this situation. So I am getting that this conflict is related to this kind of discontent, pettiness that's happening in your situation here. Okay. Spirit, in the position of Scorpio's current state, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here, Spirit? Please clarify. Please clarify, Spirit. One more card to clarify. Okay. The Eight of Pentacles is clarified by the Page of Swords, the Hermit, and the Ten of Swords. I feel like you've been working on yourself after some painful ending for most of you. This could tie back to the spiritual aspect. You could have spent some time hermiting or, you know, isolated or on your own, just working on you and the things that you need to work on. That's going to resonate, you know, whether that's you or, you know, just internally with yourself or externally with others, right? But you have been working on, you know, building, again, a more balanced and harmonious situation for your environment in your life. There was a painful ending here. That could also be part of the conflict. Spirit, why is the Knight of Wands here? Why is the Knight of Wands here? What is this? Clarify the Knight of Wands, please, Spirit, as the blockage. Okay, the Knight of Wands is clarified by the Sun, the Justice card, and the Eight of Pentacles. For some of you, if this is a fire sign or someone in, you know, in this energy of a fire sign, this passionate, creative energy, if it's someone else, I'm seeing it's like there's too much happening with this person or this group of people. There's no lid on, there's no structure, is what I'm getting, is things are like off the chain, is what I hear. Some of you could be in law, is what I'm getting here. Not all of you, obviously, but I am getting like an imbalance that's happening because of this very fire-like burst of energy kind of vibe. It's kind of, this person may be very at the forefront of, you know, say a family or an organization. You may be. So again, this could be you or someone else that's creating this energy that is creating a blockage to whatever you're working on here. Okay, what do we want to clarify next? Let's see what's here in the subconscious, the Queen of Wands. Why is the Queen of Wands here in Spirit? All these wands, there's the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is clarified by the Six of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. So for some of you, I feel like there was a conflict that led to you leaving because there was something that you were very disappointed about or unhappy about. I am getting there's something from the past that's creating like a blockage here for you. There's something that needs to be released in order for you to step in your power, Scorpio. Because you have this, I'm getting like a very stable foundation, but there's something here that's throwing everything else off. And again, I don't know if that's with you or someone else. Let's see what this Three of Cups is. Why is the Three of Cups here, Spirit? Please clarify the Three of Cups. Why is the Three of Cups here, Spirit? Okay, the Three of Cups is clarified by the Chariot, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, this is a lot of you. There's someone else here. I'm almost getting that you're this fire energy. There's something of a victory that you're wanting to work towards. Again, the Chariot is about balance. So we keep going back to this need for balance. We have the Chariot, the Justice, the Hermit. We don't have the Two of Pentacles yet, but some of you may work in like internal systems, like internal organization kind of stuff. I'm getting like working with teams, building cohesion. For some of you, there may have been this additional person that came in suddenly. This could be someone of a karmic nature that has entered the picture. They could be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But something has suddenly shifted. Again, there's been a conflict, and I don't get that you've moved on, but I'm getting that that's what's happening with this ending here, this death card. At least in the month of November. So, let's see. Why is the Two of Wands here, Spirit? Please clarify the Two of Wands in the past for Scorpio. Okay. The Two of Wands is clarified by the Star, the King of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. So in the past, there was a wish fulfillment. I'm still getting this kind of law or justice vibe, truth, speaking truth, advocacy with the King of Swords here. I feel like some of you may have been on your own working towards a wish fulfillment, and now, again, something's come in and changed the whole vibe here. I see you in the past with very high hopes of a grounded foundation, living in your truth, doing something that feeds you, that gives you purpose. In the future, we have the Death card. I don't think we need to clarify the Death card because it's an ending and a rebirth. So let's clarify this Ace of Swords, that's influencing the situation. Why is the Ace of Swords here? Why is the Ace of Swords here? The Ace of Swords is clarified by the Seven of Cups, which is here in your outcome. The Knight of Pentacles. And the Emperor. I'm getting that they're influencing the situation. Could be a lack of clarity, or there could be some chaos around you. There could be someone around you that is very authoritative, that's creating confusion or chaos for some of you. But you're really seeking truth here about something that has been muddied. The water has been muddied. And you've been working really hard towards creating some sort of structure, and something is now blocking that. Spirit, let's clarify the Magician and how others see Scorpio or Scorpio's environment. Why is the Magician here? Magician is clarified by the 8 of Cups, 2 of Wands, which actually came out in reverse, and the 7 of Swords. People see you as leaving a situation behind, potentially leaving behind what you initially created, or were creating, excuse me, are creating. And that you're strategizing the next steps and what you need to move forward in this situation. And that is how others see you. In your environment, you have resources that can be utilized. And it is time for you in November to begin utilizing these resources. Okay. Hopes and fears. We have the 9 of Swords. Might as well clarify it. Why not? Why is the 9 of Swords here, Spirit? Please clarify the 9 of Swords. Why is the 9 of Swords here? Why is the 9 of Swords here, Spirit? 2 more cards. Okay, the 9 of Swords is clarified. Oh, that was only 1 more card. Oh, well, that was 2 cards. The 9 of Swords is clarified by the 9 of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Death card, there's you again, and the Strength card. You're worried about losing what you've acquired. You're fearful of the truth of the matter is what I'm hearing. You're fearful of this rebirth. This message is scaring you. No, I'm just kidding. But you have the strength to get through this. You're not, you've had, this is like a minor setback. I don't know. Let me not say minor. I'm sorry. That was, for everyone, it's going to be different. I say that because there's not a lot of major arcana here. So it would indicate that it's not this like major thing, right? But it is something nonetheless that you've put a lot into and invested a lot in. I feel like some of you are afraid of what you're going to learn or what is going to be made clear to you from this situation. Okay, we're going to clarify the outcome, and then we'll get some advice and an oracle message. 33:40 on the timer, and there was a 7 of Pentacles. Why is the 7 of Cups here as the outcome, Spirit? Why is the 7 of Cups here? Wow. The 7 of Cups is clarified by the Ace of Wands. The 3 of Cups here again, which is what's on the top of your mind, which is great news. And the 6 of Wands. That's great. So the 7 of Cups is, these are opportunities. And it may get overwhelming at times, but there is success here. It's really important to know the truth of a situation in order to make the right choices in moving forward. It's important to know the truth about things before we move forward as well. Sometimes we don't want to look into things because we know what we might find is not what we want to find. in order for you to be successful with the Seven of Cups, when these new doors or options or resources are revealed to you, it's important that you are truthful with yourself. It's important that your environment and the people around you are open and reciprocal and committed and involved in what is happening. Because there's someone here that is really kind of throwing a wrench in whatever situation, which looks like something's going to end here. So yeah. Spirit, what is the advice for Scorpio for November? What is the advice for Scorpio? One more card for advice. Okay, Scorpio. Ooh, we have the Tower. The Page of Swords. And the Moon as the advice. There's a tendency to go into, when things are shaken up and things change quickly, to go into a place of our mind, right? The logical space. And that can create overthinking. It can create untruths in our heads, because our perspective and our feelings are not facts. So it's important to remember that. Scorpio, it's important to really get in tune with your intuition and to not get into this Nine of Swords mental space. I feel like there could be a lot of uncertainty here, and it's important that you trust your gut, trust your intuition, and go with the flow here. Be curious. Okay, let's get an oracle message, and then we'll close out this reading. Spirit, what is the oracle message? What is the oracle message for Scorpio for November? Okay, we got Peppermint. Card number 23. All right, Scorpio. The Irresistible. Peppermint is a calm crystal lagoon. Peppermint can dispel the mental chatter that prevents us from being present. They can allow our minds to be cool and clear. Peppermint offers perspective on how we see ourselves and how we engage with the world, showing us a way through the many layers of ourselves around which we build stories. If you are feeling queasy about where you find yourself, or if you feel unsure or stuck, call on Peppermint to be the settling of a nervous stomach, the ice on your neck, the soothing of a flustered and overtired babe. Coaxing us forward with their delightful tingle, Peppermint can help us better digest new ideas, new endeavors, and new adventures. Cheery but direct, Peppermint can allow us to have a clear yes and a clear no. Peppermint tones and tightens our tissues, causing sensations to be brighter, stronger, and more fulfilling. It puts a pep in our step. It's a bridger, an introducer, and an enthusiastic connector. Peppermint is an excellent ally for transition. Peppermint is a cool mint on a frayed mind. It is the delicious crispness of an early morning. It is the feeling of swimming in clear waters and opening your eyes to see the ripples, bubbles, and life around you. When you float and your mind is still, this is peppermint medicine, wide and true. When the filters of your mind are expanded and you find the distilled, crystallized knowing inside of you, Peppermint is standing beside you. You don't have to move fast. You don't have to understand everything. You only need to invite Peppermint in and really look with focused eyes at the treasures of simple truth they are offering you. My pup agrees. So, if you made it this far, a second oracle card came out, so I am going to read it. This doesn't mean I read it every time. I mean, for every sign. It just means it came out, and so I'm going to read it. We got Holy Basil. Excuse me. Card number 20, the romantic. The irresistible and the romantic. I love it, Scorpio. Oh, the sparkle, the effervescence, the twinkling starry night of Holy Basil. What a true and joyful friend, dancing in the night, laughing in the day. This is the bringer of buoyancy and clear and true companionship. Holy Basil, a harbinger of euphoric peace, is a brightener of the spirit. The energy of Holy Basil should be released into our water supply, bringing light into the eyes of the collective, curling up the corners of our mouths, and letting our hearts sing out. Holy Basil is a friend if you are feeling backed into a corner by lethargy, despair, hopelessness, or sorrow. Holy Basil is an ally for nearly everyone, as their gifts with the small and large stressors of daily life in both subtle and overt ways. The power of stress has taken on a life of its own in the modern world. It has become so much a standard part of our day-to-day activities that many of us view stress as normal. Stress has always been a part of being alive, but at one time it was much more connected to imminent survival than it is today. Now this feeling has been culturally programmed into our existence, and a stress response is evoked around nearly any activity, relationship, or experience. We've also lost many tools for releasing stress in community, for resolving conflicts in a healthy way, and for healing. Holy Basil is a glitter sprinkling guide for navigating our stressors. Some people have much greater loads and are living much more closely to the questions of survival. But if collectively we can brighten, lighten, and loosen the ties to the culture of stress, our stress response, these effects can ripple out in our shared society in ways that benefit and brighten us all. Thank you so much, Scorpio. I hope this reading resonated. Please let me know and support my channel, like and subscribe, and leave a comment. Peace and blessings, y'all. Happy birthday.